My most favorite and most hated subject matter in localization is translation quality. I've been involved in measuring quality for over 25 years. I contributed to J2450 and ASTM and Lisa QA and other quality assurance modules, and they don't work, right? Because you apply everything and the client still complains. Why is that? Because it's personal. When you look at the buy side of things, there's very often just one person per language, one person who defines or took it upon herself or himself to define the quality standards, the style for the organization. And when you ask them, how did you do this? Well, it's all personal preference. There's no rhyme or reason for it. There hasn't been like a corporate-wide conversation. It does happen, but it's very rare. Most of the time, it's just made up by one person who has a personal preference. Okay, and when that person changes, style changes, and that person sometimes changes his or her mind. I've seen one reviewer who tore a translation apart that a year ago he approved and thought it was the best translation ever. It's that subjective. So there's no rhyme or reason. There's no standards. You can apply standards. They're just not working. Yes, you have translators that are bad and you have those tools to weed them out, but they're rare. Most translators know their job. They know the basis of grammar and punctuation and style and sentence structure. Yes. What they do not know is whether or not the reviewer on the other side had a bad day. Once you understand that, then you make it less about the numbers and quality score and more about the relationship with the reviewer. How do I know that? Because I see with LSP and translation bureaus that need to produce test translations that the ones that engage the client and the reviewer most, they're the ones that win. Okay, so they're the ones that call or send an email in advance and, hey, now we've seen these terms that they appear to be unique to your company. How do you translate them? They ask queries when they see inconsistencies in a document, or when there are sentences that can be very ambiguous, for example, in English, but you need to be more precise in German because a term has multiple meanings, or a phrase can have multiple translations depending on the context, right? So they engage the reviewer in the process from the very beginning. And these are the translations, or test translations, that tend to win. The ones that lose are the ones that take on the translation project and operate in the black box and translate, and they put the best translator on and have it reviewed 3 or 4 times with the best reviewers that they can find. Something that never happens when you actually have the contract and deliver, which is also misleading, right? Just by the way. But besides that, you have there all the quality assurance processes in place to win that one contract, and then they lose the bid. Why? Because they did not engage the reviewer or the requester. So the next time you get a test translation or you get a complaint from a client that the quality of the document that you have delivered wasn't great, interpret that as a relationship challenge and not one of translation quality. And if you do not believe me, then here's an exercise that you can do. Just look at all of your quality complaints of all of your projects in your company or in your area, and then map them with the project manager. What you will very often find is that it's usually one project manager who causes most quality issues, right? Of course, you can say because that person works with more complex documents and so on. Most of the time it's though because that translation project manager or localization project manager did not engage the client or did not engage the client well enough. Do it. Run the test. Run the data. You will see that there's always 1 or 2 project managers who are the ones with the most quality issues or quality complaints. But I want to know how you feel about the topic. So drop a line here in the comment box and let me know. Share your experience with me and prove me wrong.